What's up guys, it's Erica here from The In-Between. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my Make Money Online reviews just like this one. If you're watching this video, chances are you've seen or heard about Steady Ecom by Anthony Del Rio. It's a program that says you can build your own Amazon FBA store, tap into Amazon's massive customer base, and create a business where you never have to ship or package anything yourself. The whole pitch is that you can follow Anthony's step-by-step system, pick the right products, and scale into a profitable online business in a matter of months. But before you go dropping thousands of dollars on an FBA program like this and invest even more into Amazon's inventory, I'm going to break down what's really inside, how the pricing works, what people online are actually saying about Anthony, and most importantly, whether or not the whole Amazon FBA business model itself is still a smart play in 2025. Or if you're looking for something that's way more scalable, less stressful, and actually builds you a business that you own, much like the model I've been personally running for years that still pays me every single month, then go ahead and click on the link below to check it out. And just a quick disclaimer before we get started, guys. I'm not affiliated with Anthony or his Steady Ecom program in any way. This is all just my honest take based on my own research, experience with the program, and with the FBA model itself. With that being said, let's jump right in. So what exactly is Steady Ecom? Anthony Del Rio has been around the ecom space for years, selling different tutorials and programs, but his Steady Ecom program is his flagship course centered around Amazon FBA. Anthony positions it as a step-by-step blueprint to building your own store on Amazon and scaling it into a profitable business without needing to deal with the actual logistics yourself. He claims to have taught over 3,000 students how to launch their own FBA businesses, and he leans heavily onto his own story of hustling early in life and supposedly breaking free by going all in on ecom. Now he's built his whole brand around being the guy who shows you how to do it too. The course itself is built around teaching you the basics of Amazon FBA. That means finding products, getting them shipped into Amazon warehouses, setting up your storefront, managing inventory, and scaling through ads and reviews. It includes different training modules, step-by-step walkthroughs, product research methods, and access to his private community. You'll also see different coaching calls where Anthony or his team walk you through strategies and try to keep people engaged. But one thing that stands out here is that all of his lessons push heavily on selling trending or name brand products through wholesale or private label, which both methods do come with massive challenges that he doesn't really emphasize up front. Anthony has built a pretty big name for himself online with over 100,000 followers on his personal Instagram account and a 4.6 star rating for Steady Ecom on Trustpilot. Many of the 5-star reviews praise the quick support system, saying that the program itself gave them the structure and the motivation they needed to finally see progress with Amazon. But once you dig deeper, a number of 1-star reviews accuse Anthony of charging thousands of dollars for content that feels outdated or basic, with strategies like retail arbitrage that don't really make sense for long-term FBA. Others say that videos are poorly made, the service is unresponsive once you've paid, and that the coaching upsells can reach up to $5,000 while delivering very little value. One reviewer even described the course as disgusting, claiming that the team avoided all of their calls, raising high doubts about just how much they really knew about Amazon. Beyond that, over on Reddit, a student claims they were scammed out of over $3,500 and described being pressured for money, thrown into a Telegram group where coaches barely even responded, and given access to outdated courses from 2022. Other commenters even backed this up, saying that they'd also lost money and even filed fraud reports against the company. When it comes to the cost, the course doesn't exactly advertise the price up front. You will need to book a discovery call with one of the coaches to find out exactly how much the investment actually is. But from what I've seen from other students is that it runs around $4,000, and that can vary obviously just depending on how the call goes. There's also no clear refund policy attached, which obviously means that once you pay, you're basically locked in. And remember, guys, that that's just the course cost itself. With Amazon FBA as a business model, you also need thousands of dollars more in capital to actually get started. You're looking at product inventory, shipping, packaging, ads, and access fees to Amazon itself. Even if you wanted to start lean, most sellers say you need at least 5 up to 10,000 grand beyond the course price itself to even get your store off the ground. With that being said, even though Amazon FBA might sound like the dream business model, you piggyback off Amazon's massive platform, let them handle the messy logistics, and just sit back while all the sales roll in, the reality is it's way harsher. You're competing with thousands of other sellers selling the same exact products, and many of them are bigger players with deeper pockets. And beyond the competition, there's the problem of profit margins. By the time you pay Amazon's fees, ad costs, shipping, and packaging, the actual profit per sale can be super low. And because so many people are chasing the same products, prices often get driven down until there's barely any margin left. And that's not even considering the whole risk of buying thousands of dollars in inventory only to find out that the product isn't selling anymore by the time it hits the warehouse. Trends shift fast, and unless you have cash to keep testing over and over, you're more likely to get stuck with stock that doesn't even move. So instead of sinking thousands of dollars into Amazon inventory and dealing with extremely low margins, I'd rather put all of my time and money into something that I can actually control. That's why I run what I call the digital rental method instead. I build small websites around service niches people are already searching for around the US, like roofing, plumbing, or in my case, fencing repair. And once the site ranks on Google and calls start coming in, I simply rent it out to a local business owner who's happy to pay me every single month for the steady stream of leads. The beauty of this business model is that I own all of my sites outright. I'm not tied to Amazon's rules. I'm not gambling on trends, and I'm not stressing over account suspensions or fees cutting into my profits. If one client decides to cancel on me, I don't lose any of my income. I simply just pass all of those leads to another business owner who's willing to take on all of the work. For example, as you can see here, guys, I built this fencing repair site for Colorado Springs a couple years ago, and that same site still continues to bring in calls for me today. The business owner pays me every single month just to keep all of those leads flowing in, and I barely have to touch the site anymore. That's the power of the digital rental method. You're stacking assets that continue to pay you long after the website is set up, instead of chasing products that might flop or burn cash on ads just to stay afloat. If you ask me, guys, that's why I will always recommend the digital rental method over any other online business model. That's because it's stable, it's way more scalable, and it's still widely untapped compared to oversaturated models like Amazon FBA. And most importantly, guys, you stay in 100% control. All right, guys, that's it for my full review of Steady Ecom by Anthony Del Rio. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future reviews just like this one. And if you want to learn more about the digital rental method, the same exact model I personally used to earn passive income every single month, then go ahead and check out the link in the description below for a free training that goes over the whole business model in more detail. As always, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.